You'd think I don't use this machine. I use this machine every week. There we go. Okay. But you know what? My husband said, well, you are 69.
He didn't need to say that.
He does it all the time.
So what are you using, a zigzag?
I use a buttonhole stitch, and it looks like this. On my machine, and machines are different, on my machine, it goes 2 straight stitches, and then it does that. 2 straight, and in like that. Yes, I do it all the way around. And some machines now will go 1 stitch and up, 1 stitch and up. Okay? It just depends on what your machine does. This, I think there's one of those on my machine, but I think that's a little too close. I don't particularly like that one. If you only have this on your machine, if you lengthen the stitch a little bit,
because I got my pattern right before I left, and so I'm doing my final tracing of the butterflies, and that's Amy right over there. I'll get there. It's just going to take me a while.
and that doesn't help. That's still too dry.
This is a lovely classroom. We're out of the basement, up the big windows and gorgeous views. So I'm sitting here working on this while I'm looking out over the ocean. Not too shabby. I'll show you more later. Okay, I have now cut out all my stems.
Yeah, this is
I
their
laid my fabric over the pattern to see where to put them on. I added an extra one, you know how that is. But there we go. So now she wants us to take the sewing machine and sew down the edges before we put on the leaves. So I will make sure I do that. back up. Yep, that's fine. Oh, thank you so much. I won a prize. Mark, wouldn't it be great to camp here? Here is the resort during the daytime. Here is a view of the resort during the daytime. It was wonderful and I had a great time. I highly recommend it. Goodbye.
Turn left, then turn right.
Now I'm on the way home. I have a feeling I'm going to have the road to myself pretty good today. That'll be nice. I've got to stop and get gas. Sorry, no car washes this time.
After a quarter of a mile, turn right.
I sure will.
Turn right, then ahead, keep left.
It is awfully, awfully cold today. Over to the left behind those cars is the airport from which those planes were traveling over the hotel to get ready to land. And they were pretty good size airplanes. I was surprised. A bigger airport than I thought. Then the ocean, see all the high rises near the ocean on the way home.
Ahead, keep left.
So I'm gonna look for a gas station and then get on the road. What a great week. I hope that each of you will take a chance, if you possibly can, to get away to classes or a retreat, because I promise you it's a good thing. Now I can't wait to get home. Can't wait to get home to my home, my sewing room, my wonderful family.
After
I feel
half a
refreshed.
mile, turn left.
Should be a good gas station up here, because I happened to see last night one that was 6 cents cheaper than the cheapest I found, and it was $1.81. It's been years since I paid $1.81 for gas. But we're in South Carolina and they don't have the high gas tax they do in North Carolina. So I'm going to fill up while I can.
Turn left.
And here's one of the zillions of beach junk stores that love to lure people in.
Everything gets bottled up inside you, and
Since you really couldn't see the cotton when I was driving up, I thought I would pull over this time and let you see. This has been picked pretty clean, but there still is little white bits here and there. I'm going to go see if I can collect a little bit so that if any of you would like to see how it grows, I'll mail you some. So this is a cotton field. Here is a cotton plant right at the edge, and this is called a cotton boll. And here are the cotton fibers growing. And the machine that picks the cotton can't get them all. Here's another cotton boll. And these bolls have sharp barbs on them. And it made picking cotton a very painful experience. And then trying to separate the seeds out was another difficulty. And that's where the cotton gin revolutionized the cotton industry. Here are the cotton plants in the field. And hopefully they won't mind if I bring this home with me. In fact, one thing funny to tell you is I saw cows in a field one time and a bunch of bales of cotton, and they were eating it. And I thought, well, it is plant material. So let me pick one more in case I have people who would like to see how cotton is grown and what it looks like before we get it.
were burning. The roof looked back at her.
Cotton fields, big cotton
Under her
fields.
suspicion. Unambiguously. One of them, he said, and always have been. I have to ask questions. I have to pry. I must tell him that I have offered to help him. You must give
Getting
him
close to home now.
You must tell him that he should come to
Here
my
we're
house
going.
at night if he likes. He should come to see me, and I can tell him how I shall be able to help him. She waited for the young man to respond, and eventually he did. He would pass this message on to Charlie, he said, and he would try to persuade him. They walked back to the garage where Maramotswe left him while she went back into the office. Where is he then? Asked Mamakuzi. Did you get it out of him?
I'm listening
Maramotswe put a finger to her lips.
to one of my favorite series, the #1 Women's Detective Agency. I love it.
She looked over her shoulder through the open door into the garage. Fanwell was standing next to Mr. J.L.B. Matukoni, looking down at the engine on which they were working.
Okay,
He
next
seemed
time
so slight
I'll be driving up
beside the well-set figure
to
of
my
the auto
home.
mechanic. Not much. She remembered her first ice cream and the pleasure she had derived from that. How lucky she felt to have had a childhood in which she had been able to lay down good memories. When I saw you last time, Mpo, she said gently, I thought you were a little bit frightened of something. I don't want you to be frightened now. He continued to stare down at the ground. He was still shaking, she noticed. Sometimes, you know, she continued, it's better to talk about something rather than to keep it inside you. Nobody is going to punish you for speaking to me, you see? And I won't tell anybody that you have spoken to me. I promise you that. He remained silent. A shadow crossed the ground beside them, the shadow of a large hand. He must have felt completely powerless in the face of his mother's torment, and then realized that there was a way in which he could strike back at Mwete. Every Motswana loved his cattle, and Mr. Mwete was no exception. If one really caused major loss, and she could hardly ignore that, especially as it was her responsibility to find out what had happened. But how she throw him on the mercy of Mr. Mwete, the very man who had been cruel to his mother? She remembered, too, that she had promised him that Mr. Mwete would never know that he had spoken to her. She looked down at the boy. Listen to me, Mpo. What you did was terrible. One of the worst things anybody can do. You must never do anything like that again, Mpo. You're going to beat me, Ma? She tried not to smile. Of course not. What I'm saying is this. I can see how you felt very angry when you saw your mother being harmed. But you can't go and do something like that. Even if you think things here in Botswana. And she thought,
I'm
his voice
home,
sounded
yay!
stronger.